Okay, students, today we will discuss some properties of the definite integration. Okay, these properties sometimes makes the integration easy. Then to integrate that function using other methods. Okay, so today we will discuss some of the properties of the integration. Okay, so properties of definite integration. This is an important part of the definite integration. Okay, so the first property, I am listing the property. The first property in this respect is dummy variable property. Dummy variable property. Okay, dummy variable property. What is this? If we integrate a function x dx under the limit a to b, then we can change the variable. We can change the variable. The value of the definite integration will not be changed. Okay, so integration function x dx under the limit a to b is equals to integration under the limit a to b function t dt. Okay, so we can replace the variable with another variable. The value of definite integration will not be changed. This property is said to be the dummy variable property, and we will use this property when we solve the question, whenever it is needed. Okay, and the second property of the definite integration is, second property is, if this is a to b function dx, function x dx, means if we are integrating function x under the limit a to b, okay, then this is equals to b to a function x dx, but with negative sign. Okay, means whenever we are integrating a function x from limit a to b, then its value will be same when we integrate the same function under the limit b to a, means we have changed the limits. We have interchanged the limits, lower limit to upper limit. Then the value of the definite integration will remain same, only the sign will change. That is minus integration b to a function x dx. Okay. Third property in this respect is a to b function x dx is written as a to c function x dx plus c to b function x dx. Means c is any value, c is any real number between a and b. Okay, c is any real number between a and b, then integration a to b function x dx can be changed into integration a to c and c to b function x dx. Okay, means limit can be split. Okay, a to c and c to b, where c is any real number between a and b. Okay, so this is the third property. Okay, now let us discuss the fourth property. That is fourth property. Fourth property in this respect is, fourth property is a to b function x dx is equals to a to b function a plus b minus x dx. Okay, so this is the next property in the sequence of properties of definite integration. Okay, means function x dx means variable x can be changed in a plus b minus x, that is lower limit plus upper limit minus x, and the integration, definite integration will remain same, value will not be changed. Okay, so next property is 0 to a function x dx. Next property is the particular case of this property. Particular case of the previous property, that is this property, that is this is equals to 0 to a function 0 plus a minus x dx. That is equals to 0 to a function a minus x dx. Okay, so this is the function x dx property, and this one is also property. This property is the particular case of this. Okay, means when we replace a by 0 and b by a equals to 0 and b equals to a, then this property becomes 0 to a, 0 to a. 0 to a function x dx is equals to 0 to a function a minus x dx. Okay, and the next property, all these properties are useful to make the definite integration easier. Okay, by using these properties integration will become easy. Okay, so next property is integration 0 to 2a function x dx is equals to integration 0 to a function x dx plus 0 to a function 2a minus x dx. Okay, so the integration from 0 to 2a function x dx can be write down as 0 to a function x dx plus 0 to a function 2a minus x dx. Okay, this can further be written as, if function 2a minus x is equals to function x, if function 2a minus x is equals to function x, then this is equals to 0 to a function x dx plus 0 to a function x dx. Okay, function 2a minus x equals to function x, so this is equals to 2 integration 0 to a function x dx. So this is a new property, that is 0 to 2a function x dx is equals to 2 integration 0 to a function x dx. Condition is that if function 2a minus x is equals to function x, then this 0 to 2a function x dx integration can be written as 2 integration 0 to a function x dx. And the condition, condition is that if function 2a minus x is equals to function x, but in this, if function 2a minus x is equals to minus function x is equals to minus function x, then this is equals to 0 to a function x dx minus 0 to a function x dx, that is equals to 0. Okay, so 0 to 2a function x dx is equals to 0 if 2a minus function 2a minus x equals to minus function x. Okay, so these properties should be learned. Okay, 0 to 2a function x dx equals to 0 to a function x dx minus 0 to a function x dx is equals to 0. The condition is that function 2a minus x is equals to minus function x, and if function 2a minus x is equals to function x, if function 2a minus x is equals to function x, then this 0 to 2a function x dx is equals to 2 integration 0 to a function x dx. Okay, in a brief or in a summary, this can be write down as, this property can be written as 0 to 2a function x dx is equals to 2 integration 0 to a function x dx if function 2a minus x equals to function x, and 0 to 2a function x dx is equals to 0 if function 2a minus x is equals to minus function x. So these are the formulas, or these are the properties, okay, that we will use whenever we will integrate the definite integration. Okay, now the next property is the property of the even and odd functions. Property of definite integration of even and odd functions. Okay, so next vary from minus a to a function x dx, and this is equals to 2 integration 0 to a function x dx. Condition is that function x is even function, that is function minus x is equals to function x. If function minus x is equals to function x, then minus a to a function x dx is equals to 2 integration 0 to a function x dx, and minus a to a function x dx is equals to 0 if function x is odd function, that is function minus x is equals to minus function x. Okay, so if function x is odd function, that is function minus x equals to minus function x, then minus a to a function x dx is equals to 0. Okay, so these are some of the properties. That we will use to integrate the given function. And by using these properties, why we use these properties? Why there are properties of definite integration? Because when we use these properties, the integration will become easier. Than to solve that integration by the other method. Okay, so we use the property to make the definite integration easier. Okay, now we will take some examples to make this concept more clear. Okay, so first of all, let us take the example number 30. Example number 30, we have to integrate this function. We have to integrate the function. The function is integrate limit vary from minus 1 to 2 modulus x cube minus x dx. Okay, this is the integration. That is example number 30. Page number 343. Okay, so you have to integrate minus 1 to 2 integration modulus x cube minus x dx. Very important integration, very important definite integration using the property. Okay, so how to use the property? Okay, here we will use actually there is no definite order of the property. That in a particular order which property will appear. So you can learn all the properties randomly. Okay, so we will use here the property a to b function x dx is equals to a to c function x dx plus c to b function x dx. C lies between a and b. C is any real number lies between A and B. Okay. Now question is that how to recognize C, means what is the value of C. Okay, and to recognize C, what we have to do. Okay, listen carefully. There are some other questions like this, so you can solve all questions on the basis of this question. Okay, so how to find the C? And to find the C, we have to make this function that is this expression x cube minus x is equals to C0. Okay, when we make x cube minus x equals to 0, we will have the value of x. That is x square minus 1 equals to 0. Either x equals to 0 or x square minus 1 equals to 0 implies that x square equals to 1 implies that x equals to plus minus 1. So x is equals to minus 1, 0 and plus 1. So these are the three values of x after solving x cube minus x is equals to 0. And these values of x are C. If these values lies between a and b, that is minus 1 and 2. Okay. If these values lie between minus 1 and 2, then these are the values of C. Okay. So C is equals to minus 1. Minus 1 is the starting point, that is A. Okay. Then 0 and 1. So the intervals are. So the required intervals are. What are the intervals? From minus 1 to 0. Minus 1 to 0. Then 0 to 1. 0 to 1. And then 1 to 2. 1 to 2. So there will be three intervals, or we can say that there are three integrations. Okay. The given integration will change in three integrations, that is minus 1 to 0, 0 to 1 and 1 to 2. Okay. So now I am drawing this. The given integration will change in. The given integration will be changed in the following integration. This is equals to integration minus 1 to 0. Minus 1 to 0 modulus x cube minus x dx plus 0 to 1 modulus x cube minus x dx plus 1 to 2 modulus x cube minus x dx. Okay. So the given integration is changed in three integration like this. Okay. Minus 1 is the A. This is C1. This is C1. C2 and this is B. Okay. So there are two values C1 and C2. There are two values C1 and C1 is greater than C2. This is greater than A and this is less than B. Okay. So we have changed the integration in three integrations. Okay. Now we will remove the sign of this modulus. As the integration of modulus function is not possible. Okay. Integration of the modulus function is not possible. Why? Because the differentiation of modulus function is also not possible. Okay. So now minus 1 to 0 is the interval, and in this interval the sign of this function is negative, positive. In interval minus 1 to 0, the sign of this function is positive. In interval x is greater than minus 1 less than 0, x cube minus x, that is minus 1 to 0, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 cube minus 1 by 2, that is 1 by 8, minus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 2 is greater than 0. So the sign of this function is positive in interval. So this is minus 1 to 0 x cube minus x dx. Okay. Now in interval 0 to 1, sign of this function will be negative, minus x cube minus x dx. Okay. And in this interval, sign of this function will again be positive, x cube minus x dx. This is positive, then this is negative, and this will positive. Okay. Sign will appear alternatively, positive, negative, positive, or negative, positive, negative. Okay. So the given integration is changed in this integration. Okay. Now we have to integrate x cube minus x under the limit minus 1 to 0. So integration is x to the power 4 upon 4 minus x square upon 2, limit varying from minus 1 to 0, plus or minus x to the power 4 upon 4 minus x square upon 2, limit varying from 0 to 1 plus x to the power 4 upon 4 minus x square upon 2 limit vary from 1 to 2. Okay, now we have to find the values of x. Okay, now we have to evaluate these integrations, lower limit and upper limit. So this is equals to upper limit 0 to the power 4 upon 4 minus 0 square upon 2 minus 1 to the power 4 upon 4 minus 1 to the power 2 upon 2. So this is the first integration minus second integration from 1 to 0. So upper limit 1 to the power 4 upon 4 minus 1 square upon 2 minus 0 0 to the power 4 upon 4 minus 0 square upon 2. This is the second integration, and then third one. Third one is 2 to the power 4 upon 4 minus 2 to the power 2 upon 2 minus 1 to the power 4 upon 4 minus 1 to the power 2 upon 2. Now solving these. This is 0 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2. 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 plus this one is 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 0, and last one is 2 to the power 4 16 upon 4 that is 4 minus 4 upon 2 that is 2 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2. Okay, so finally we will have finally what is this? Minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. Okay, now this 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 that is plus 1 by 4 again plus 4 minus 2 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. So this is equals to 2 plus 3 by 4 11 by 4 is the answer. So 11 by 4 is the final answer of the integration example number 30 from minus 1 to 2 modulus x cube minus x dx. Okay, in this way you can solve the questions. Here we have used the property. If we don't use the property, there is no integration of the given function because this function is not integrable. Okay, this is not differentiable, that is why it is not integrable. Integration is the reverse process of the differentiation, that is why. Okay, now we will take the next example. So the next example is example number 32. Okay, 0 to pi limit is 0 to pi and then x sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x dx. Okay, so here how to solve this question. Okay, how to solve this question. 0 to pi x sin x upon 1 plus cos square x dx. This is equation number 1. Integration I equals to. Now we will use property 0 to a function x dx is equals to 0 to a function a minus x dx. Okay, so I is equals to 0 to pi a minus x means variable x will change in a minus x. So this is pi minus x. Variable x will change in variable pi minus x. A minus x, that is pi minus x. So pi minus x sin pi minus x. Okay, upon sin pi minus x upon 1 plus cos square pi minus x dx. Okay, so this is equals to 0 to pi minus x sin pi minus x is sin x. Sin pi minus x is sin x and 1 plus cos pi minus x is minus cos x, but squaring is there, so plus cos square x dx. This is equation number 2nd. I equals. Now adding equation number 1st and 2nd. Adding equation first and second we will have. You should know how to use the property. Okay. So adding first and second, I plus I equals to 2i. So 2i on the left hand side and on right hand side 0 to pi x sin x upon 1 plus cos square x dx plus 0 to pi minus x sin x upon 1 plus cos square x dx. Okay. Now this can be written as 0 to pi. This can be written as 0 to pi. Taking 1 plus cos square x LCM. 1 plus cos square x LCM. X sin x plus pi minus x sin x dx. Okay. So this can be written as after taking the LCM 1 plus cos square x, that is x sin x plus pi minus x sin x dx. So this is equals to 0 to pi x sin x plus pi sin x minus x sin x. So what will remain? Pi sin x will be there dx upon 1 plus cos square x. This is 2i equals to. Okay, so I is equals to pi upon 2 integration 0 to pi sin x upon 1 plus cos square x dx. Okay, now the given function is changed in integrable function. Okay, now we can integrate this function easily, as we have already did this question in previous exercises also. Okay, so how to integrate the given function? The given function is 0 to pi sin x upon 1 plus cos square x, and you know very well we will use the substitution method. General substitution method. Okay, so we have to substitute cos x is equals to t, implies that minus sin x dx is equals to dt. Okay, and limit vary from, if x equals to 0 then t equals to 1, that is cos 0 equals to 1. If x equals to pi then t equals to cos pi equals to minus 1. So limit changed pi by 2, limit changed from 1 to minus 1. Sin x dx is equals to minus dt upon 1 plus t square. Okay, minus dt upon 1 plus t square. So this is equals to pi by 2 and minus sin minus pi by 2. Okay, and dt upon 1 plus t square is tan inverse t. Limit vary from 1 to minus 1. Okay, now we will take the limits. We will take the limit minus pi by 2 tan inverse minus 1 minus tan inverse 1. So this is equals to minus pi by 2 minus tan inverse 1. Tan inverse 1 minus 1 equals to minus tan inverse 1 minus tan inverse 1. That is equals to minus pi by 2 minus pi by 4 minus pi by 4 minus pi by 2, that is equals to pi square by 4. Okay, that is pi by 2 whole square. So this is the answer of the given integration. Okay, in this way we can solve the given integration. Okay, so the next example is example number 35. Okay, example number 35, page number 345. Integration I equal to pi by 6 to pi by 3. This is pi by 3 dx upon 1 plus under root 10x. Okay, so we have to integrate this function. Okay, so now I is equals to we will use the property 0 to a function x dx is equals to 0 to a function a minus x dx. Okay, there is no definite rule that tells us which property we should use. Okay, so no rule to decide or choose the property. We can use property on the basis of our logic, means which property will work very well on the question. Okay, so we are using this property. I is equals to, this property means a to b a plus b minus x dx. This property, the general form of this property. So pi by 6 to pi by 3 dx upon 1 plus 10 pi by 6 plus pi by 3 minus x. Okay, this is equals to pi by 6 to pi by 3 dx upon 1 plus 10 pi by 2 minus x. Okay, and 10 pi by 2 minus x equals to cot x. So this is pi by 6 to pi by 3 dx upon 1 plus under root cot x. Okay, 10 pi by 2 minus x equals to cot x. Now we will change cot x in tan x. Okay, means this is equals to pi by 6 to pi by 3 dx upon 1 plus 1 upon under root tan x. Okay, so this will becomes pi by 6 to pi by 3 under root tan x dx upon under root tan x plus 1. Okay, this is equation number second integration. Okay, this one is equation number first, this one is equation number second. Now we will add equation number first and second. So adding equation number first and equation number second, we will have I plus I 2i on the left hand side, I plus I 2i on the left hand side, and on the right hand side 0 to pi by 6 to pi by 3 dx upon 1 plus under root tan x plus pi by 6 to pi by 3 under root tan x upon under root tan x plus 1. Okay, dx. So this is equals to pi by 6 to pi by 3. The denominator is same. Denominator is same means LCM is same. So taking the LCM 1 plus under root tan x, we will have 1 plus under root tan x dx. Okay, this is 2i equals to, now numerator and denominator will cancel each other. So 2i equals to pi by 6 to pi by 3 dx. Okay, now integration is very easy. Okay, so integration is x vary limit vary from pi by 6 to pi by 3. So upper limit minus lower limit. 2i equals to pi by 3 minus pi by 6, that is pi by 6. 2i equals to pi by 12. Okay, so this is the final answer of the given integration. In this way, we can use the given properties to solve the definite integration. Okay, thank you.